Alright, started day 8. I didn't get to do a wrap up last night because it was pouring rain and there was a whole bunch of people in the shelter, and we were never able to actually leave the shelter after like 4 o'clock yesterday. We just sat in there the whole time. 15.2 today, I think, is what we have. Tons of elevation gain and loss, so it is going to be a tough one, and we're probably not going to get into camp till late, but I'll be filming along the way, so here we go. Little guy is on trail here. I was just asking him where he's headed today. He said he's got about a 10-foot day planned. He's going to try to make it over there, and he named his landmarks. He said that is a Klein Rock right there, and then tomorrow he's got about a 15-foot day up to Xander Log, and then he's going to finish up. There's a puddle up there called Berceau Puddle. He's going to try to finish there with about a 18-foot day tomorrow. But he's taking a break under this leaf right now. Now we got a view. This was our lunch spot. Airport Lookout, this is called. And there's an airport. Look at this stuff. Like, it doesn't look that bad, but this rock is wet and it's extremely slippery. And we've been talking about how slippery it is and how careful we need to be. I just fell on my rear end, both feet in the air. I'm fine. Callan and I have both slipped multiple times and almost fell. Check this out. Trail goes right along this big rock wall. Oh my gosh, that was the steepest climb we've done yet. We just passed up the Clarendon shelter a little while ago, and there's signage about bears causing a lot of trouble there, and also some gut hook comments about 3 bears that really don't give a crap about people, and they're not afraid, and they're taking food. Then we ran into a group of kids that were hiking that the bears took their food last night, so they were on their way back out. Oh boy, a lot up and down today, but it's been fun. Relatively mud-free. About 3 miles to go until we get to the shelter. Callan went downstream and found a way to get across. I tried to chance it, and now I have one very wet foot. This is the view from outside my tent. We made 14.9 miles today, and this is awesome. It was very difficult today, but we're glad to make it this far. There's Callan setting up his tent. We're about to eat some dinner and then relax for a while. Alright, let's take a look at camp real quick here. My tent, Callan's tent. We're just set up a little bit away from the shelter. It was pretty full, so there was no room for us. Not a bad spot at all. Okay, let's wrap up day 8 on the Vermont Long Trail. We had a good day today, and then tomorrow what we're going to be doing is doing 10.6 miles to a road, which we can get a bus and go to Killington, where we have a room. We are going to do a 0 the following day and recover a little bit and do a resupply, and then head back out on the trail. Again, can't wait to get you guys the rest of this adventure. It's been a blast so far, and looking forward to getting north of where the AT goes east. It'll just be long trail hikers and section hikers once we go there, so it should be a lot less pressure at the shelters. Good morning. Welcome to day 9 on the long trail. We have a shorter day today, only about 10.6 into Killington. Going to start with a really big climb up Mount Killington, then head back down. Well, we thought we were almost to the top. We checked Gut Hook. We're not. Oh, this is a heck of a climb. Gotta check out this trail. This has been one gnarly mess of rocks and roots today. It makes going a little bit slow, but pretty. Picking up a bit of a view here now. That's nice. Callan has been talking about pizza and a soft bed and a shower this morning. He's like been shot out of a cannon. I can't even keep up with him. He's just gone. He is a man on a mission today, and I don't blame him. Check out all these mossy logs and stuff in here. I don't know why I'm whispering. Just so quiet. There were quite a few people camp at the shelter last night, at least a dozen, and we saw some really well executed bear hangs, and then a couple, I don't know what people were thinking. There was one that was just tied on this little tiny 1-inch around pine tree about 6 feet up, and it wasn't an earth sack either. It was just a regular nylon bag. That's going to do nothing. And my thought is this: if you're going to come out and go backpacking, please watch some videos, read some articles, learn how to do the PCT food hang. You need to keep the food away from the bears. And man, if there would have been a bear in camp last night, it would have had a feast. So we just passed up Jungle Junction, and what happens there is the AT goes left and the old AT goes right. And what Callan noticed by doing a little research was that the old AT goes right to the inn at Long Trail, which is exactly where we're going. They're pretty much the same distance, so we're not losing anything there. So we're just gonna take this alternate route, and it's gonna go directly to our motel, and we don't have to worry about trying to catch a bus because there's a storm coming in. I think we have enough time to make it yet, but if we had to sit out there and wait for a bus that comes once an hour, we might be sitting in the rain. So this is an awesome idea he came up with. So taking an alternate route, got about 3.2 miles to go to showers and food and a bed. Yes. Time for some tuna creations for lunch. However, my spork is buried in my food bag, which is buried in the bottom of my pack, which I'm not getting out, so the scoops will be my spork today. I'm really big on leave no trace, but I don't get too worked up if I see a noodle or a piece of rice somewhere. But I mean, somebody just flung an entire thing of noodles and SpaghettiOs and hot dog chunks down the hill. Come on, man. If you can see that building below the rocks way out there, I believe that's where we're staying tonight. So it looks like the weather, we just felt some raindrops. Callan just checked the radar. And we have a half mile to go, and the weather is almost right on us, so we're gonna have to boogie here. I gotta toss in a quick milestone here too. We just crossed over a little while ago 100 miles total on our trip, so about 172 to go. If I fall as many times in that 172 as I did in the first 100, I'm gonna be in rough shape because I've fallen a bunch already. All right, I gotta go because it's gonna rain. All right, one more quick delay. I gotta get a video of these mushrooms because these look really cool. All right, we made it. It's starting to rain now, but didn't have to get the rain gear on. We're gonna stay relatively dry and check in at the hotel. Well, we're on day 10 now. We're taking a 0 here at the Inn at Long Trail. Last night we got in literally right when it started to rain. We walked up to the door at the inn and then it just, the rain just went nuts. So good thing we hustled because we would have been soaked otherwise. There's a bus that comes out right in front of the inn and that's going to take us into Rutland, and it drops you off at the bus station, which is right next to Walmart, which is perfect. Oh, and they have a chessboard downstairs, and I am now losing to Callan 3 games to none, and my trail record against him has not been good. Here's a look at our room. You got the typical gear explosion going everywhere. This is exactly what happens when hikers get into a hotel or motel. There's Callan chilling out. We are back. Resupply is done. So this is tomorrow's food, and then the rest of my 4 additional days are in here. Each day bagged up on its own, and we're ready to go.